Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and today is Saturday. It's our favorite time of the week. It's time for weekly purchases where we find out what I found in stores or what the Amazon guy brought, the DHL guy, the FedEx guy, the UPS guy, my wife, Waylon Jennings, David C. Anderson, what we found in the stores this week and what came through. And we'll show those like we always do every single Saturday when we drop these videos. So be prepared. It's another busy week, as it usually is. This week, a little fig hunting video on the channel, as we always do on Friday, the fig hunts of the week. This week, I took a trip to IKEA down in Kansas City area, and, you know, if you're going all that way, you might as well make some stops along the way, and that's exactly what I did. But I had a special guest with me this week, my wife, Angie. She came along for the ride in an IKEA trip, and she got to go along and hunt some figures as well. Not that she's never done it before, but she's never done it on one of these IKEA trips. So we saw a lot of good, a lot of bad, a lot of ugly out there. As you guys know, whenever I go down to Kansas City, there's those rural Walmarts. They seem to have everything. This was no different this time. They had a lot of the good stuff out there. Unfortunately, not a whole lot I needed, but check out that video. It was always fun. We stopped along the way. We had lunch. I had some of the finest organ meats that Kansas City offers up, as I had some chicken livers at a restaurant called Stroud's. Highly recommended it. Delicious. I felt like an old man. I kind of am an old man, but I was eating the old man organ meat lunch special of chicken livers. So there you have it. Highly recommended if you're in KC. So there you go. But hit that. Also hit a bunch of other stores that I usually hit. Some good and some bad out there. Just an interesting week. A lot of good videos on the channel this week. Hopefully you watched some of the other videos. Hellfire Club Marvel Legends unboxings and the Hellfire Goons. Really was excited for that one. Those were big figures this week. Obviously, our Jax video we have every Tuesday was another fun one. Jumping into some of the Marvel Select figures this week. And then you can't forget, we unboxed Elite 80 and we unboxed the Charlotte Flair Ultimate Edition ringside exclusive. So a lot of good unboxings this week. And a lot of good stuff coming next week on the channel. Some of this stuff you'll see today. But also I'm working. I said, you know, I got a bunch of Halloween themed things I need to unbox. And I think we're going to do a week of bonus videos, Halloween themed. Maybe some surprises along the way. So we'll have some bonus videos, a good amount of bonus videos, some quick unboxings of things I haven't got around to for a long time that kind of fit in with the Halloween spirit. So look for that next week. And like I always say, if you're not subscribed by now, what are you waiting for? So subscribe to the channel. You don't want to miss any of that. Give the video the old thumbs up like you always do. And I always love your guys' comments, so shoot your comments down below. But let's get into it. Let's get into what we saw this week. Some figure announcements, and a really interesting one via Mattel, talking WWE wrestling, of course. We saw these new Championship Showdown 2-packs. Nobody's really said yet, but I assume they are replacing the basic battle packs. So I was kind of excited for these. You know, they announced, and then this week they showed, you know, Finn Balor, Roman Reigns, Alexa Bliss, and Sasha Banks, and then the Undertaker, Jeff Hardy 2-pack. So a lot of excitement around these. What are they going to be? What are they going to look like? And honestly, I felt to be a little bit underwhelmed. I thought it was a little bit of a disappointment. Obviously, they're not geared at collectors like you and me. They're geared more for kids, which is fine, and that's who should be the lifeblood of this. But you guys know how it is. We want a couple of cool figures in there, too. They're all passes for me. I was holding out hope for that Undertaker, Jeff Hardy. It's classic, but it just doesn't do anything for me. That Jeff Hardy, the head scan on that thing looks just really goofy. I've heard some people say they're going to pop the head off that one, put it on Elite 75. Maybe that'll look better, dress that one up a little bit. I don't know, but they all seem to be really passes for me. They come with little stands, which is kind of cool, that also fit on a belt that you can buy. But easy passes for me. It'll be interesting if Battle Packs is a thing of the past and these are the new replacements, or if these are just one-off set that's coming out, maybe similar to the ring cart set, which we unboxed on the channel as well. Maybe that's the case. Maybe there's going to be in that pallet at Walmart with these. Mum's kind of the word right now on those, but a hot pass for me. Nothing I want there. And then speaking of passes, we saw more Wreckin' vehicles. You know, we've had the Wreckin' Slambulance. I did an unboxing video on the channel of that. We had that Wreckin' car. We had the Wreckin' Performance Center play set. We've had Wreckin' figures. So the next thing we're getting is the Wreckin' motorcycles. We got Drew McIntyre and Undertaker bicycles. Gary Busey came out with a hot decision and said, Kyle, that's a pass. He's made his decision. I'm passing on both of those two. I know a lot of collectors, myself included, have wanted an Undertaker motorcycle for years. For me, this doesn't work at all. This is a kid's toy. I get it. These are for kids to play with, smash, break apart, all that fun stuff. I'm sure on WWE TV in the next month or two, maybe 3 months, whatever it is, we'll see a motorcycle get destroyed. That's what's happened. We saw the Slambulance. We saw the car before. They always work these into the storylines, which I think is really cool, actually. But these are passes. If you want a bike for your Undertaker, the best one I've seen so far is that Marvel Legends Punisher Legendary Riders figure. I unboxed it on the channel. I put Undertaker on the bike so you guys could see what that was like. That's the best bet. I'd pick that thing up, and you also get a bonus Punisher figure with that if you're not into it, but we all need a Punisher figure in our collection. But big time pass for me on those Wrecking Cycles. Don't need them. Nothing for me there. But what we did see this week that I do want, you guys know I'm all over this one. Legends Series 9, Target exclusive. We saw in-box pictures. Very interesting. As you guys know, Legends Series 8, the Ultimate Warrior set, one of the best sets ever, one of the best figures ever. Check out that unboxing video on the channel. Almost brought me to tears talking about that Ultimate Warrior figure. But really cool. We got in-package figure shots of those. That tends to believe and usually leads to and makes me believe that we may see those on the shelves at Target before year end. Usually it's like 2, 3, maybe a month. Once you see in box, they're going to be out. I think they're going to start sneaking out for the holidays, that Legends series. And that kind of makes sense because we've heard the Royal Rumble series will be right after that. So I think we'll see those around Christmas time, maybe a little before Christmas time. We'll see Legends Series 9. Nikolai Volkov in that set. We also got Tatanka, which I think was announced this week. I don't remember him being announced for it. We saw Impact. It's the debut Tatanka where he had the tights. Not the coolest figure ever. I've never been a big Tatanka guy. The old one was just fine, but I'll pick this one up for sure. You guys know me. The best one in this set for me, though, there's also a Taker. That's kind of a rehash as well. But I love the $1 Million Man with the molded-on suits. If you ever look for a $1 Million Man figure, the greatest Ted DiBiase figure ever is the Deluxe Classic Superstars. I'll get to that in my Classic Superstar deep dive video one of these days. Way down the road. We haven't got that close yet, but that's the best one ever, and this kind of reminds me of that. I don't know if it'll top that one, but these look really good, and I love that the Chase is the silver suit, so you get a black and silver suit, but he comes with 2 different heads. That's the best thing ever, so you technically have 2 totally different figures, where, you know, you get a Bobby Fish, he's got a different outfit, but same head. This one, you can have 2 different heads, 2 different outfits, mix and match, choose how you want to do it. I think that is a slam dunk. I would love to see more of that. I can't wait for that set. But I still need, like probably a lot of you guys watching, I still need Legends 8. I have the whole set. I need the Chase Jake Snake Roberts, and I also need a couple more Ultimate Warriors. I need 2, preferably 3 more. I definitely need a minty one for my wall. I got my unboxed one. I need one for my office, and I need one more probably after that. But very excited for that, to find those. Hopefully they start hitting more. A lot of people found them this week, but my area has been a ghost town. Kansas City, ghost town on my travels. But they'll be out there. Those shippers, we saw pictures of those. They'll get there. It's just taking a while. And everybody wants their toys right away. I'm no different than you guys. We all want them right away. I just don't pay those scalper prices. Don't pay those scalper prices unless you really, really have to and you have no choice. But that's Legends Series 9 coming soon to a Target near you. And then we saw some more pictures. We saw Super 7. Oh boy, don't get me started on this one. But Super 7 just showed a new picture of a new Andre the Giant. A new Andre the Giant figure when we haven't even got our first one. So it's like Thundercats Mania all over again. That Andre the Giant, I swear I ordered that well over a year and a half ago. I think that was pre-ordered before New Japan Pro Wrestling Series 1. So now they're coming out with another Andre the Giant figure. I have a feeling we're going to get a bunch of different Andres. Not a lot of meat on the bone for this one. I feel like you're paying for that robe he's wearing, that ceremonial robe. But he's coming with the beer can. He's coming with the extra heads, the hands, all that Super 7 stuff. I'll probably get it. You know me, I get everything. But I have a feeling a lot of people will not get this one. It's too close to the last one. Not enough meat on the bone there. And come on, Super 7, give us Andre Series 1 first before you get 2 and start pushing that. But like everything Super 7, there's a 30-day window to pre-order from their website, then it's gone forever. But if you're in the know on these Super 7 figures, go to your big bad toy stores of the world. You can pre-order all the way up till it comes. I always recommend pre-order from a big bad toy store, cheap plug. They don't sponsor the show or anything, but I've ordered through them forever. you don't pay until it ships. I don't like people sitting on my money. You shouldn't either. That's my recommendation if you do want that Andre the Giant. Speaking of other wrestling lines, all kinds of wrestling lines this week. A lot of wrestling news this week. FTC, I don't know. You know, they use a lot of the Jax molds. They say they don't, but they do. And the head scans, they're pretty rough. But I do like some of the figures. The Blue Meanie figure, the New Jack. I have both of those in my collection. I have the Shane Douglas with some aftermarket shirts. That one worked pretty good. But they just announced and they showed pictures of their 1 of 100 Francine figure. It's already shipping. People already have it in hand, which is kind of cool. They ship them fast. Just not for me, though. I just don't like the legs on this. It just doesn't look right. But I want a Francine figure so bad. I want a triple threat on my shelf. I just don't think I can pull the trigger for that price point on these. You guys let me know. Not a lot of love for FTC out there. They take forever to get their figures out. I hate to pile on them because any figure is better than no figure for the most part. Maybe, maybe not. But they do have some good stuff. I really want that Demon figure from a few years back. I need to pull the trigger and get that. I think that is a cool looking figure. You guys know me. I like big figures. I like face paint. I like capes. I got to get that Demon WCW figure. But besides that, it's pretty hit and miss with FTC. And I think like the Chris Candido that came out a few weeks ago, the Francine is a miss as well. I think I'll be passing on it. Maybe something will change, but I'm pretty sure I'm passing. So there you have that. And then more wrestling news. All the companies represented this week. AEW Series 2, we saw in-package images finally. I think I mentioned last week on Weekly Purchases that, hey, where's the in-package stuff? Usually those, come and then the figures come out 2-3 weeks later. Well, we just saw them and we're at the end of October. They're supposed to ship like next week via pre-order. I don't think they're meeting that deadline. I would, at best, I think we'll have AEW Series 2 via Ringside, probably Thanksgiving. That's my guess off the top of my head right now. We'll see. Hopefully I'm wrong on that. I'd love to see them out there. It sounds like some of the stores are finally getting refilled on AEW Series 1, so that's a good news for a lot of you guys out there. Ames, Iowa, Cyclone Country this week. I got the hot tip from old Waylon Jennings that they were in the store. And he verified they were in the store. He left them all and then went back later and they were all gone, which I'm not shocked. They're going to move fast for right now. But a lot of Missouri stores reloading I've seen. It seems to be that central Midwest. There's a lot of Walmart distribution centers down in Arkansas and Missouri. Some big ones that deal with a lot of the toys for the Midwest. So that does not surprise me that Missouri is usually first in a lot of the areas for figures like this and other figures. That's why I see that in a lot of those rural Missouri trips. I think they get a lot of figures. The Venom Marvel Legends wave just chilling on the shelves in all the stores where it's a ghost town up up the road. So very interesting. But AEW Series 2, we'll see how it goes. A lot of people complaining still about the skin color on it being too light, too many bags under the eyes, not enough accessories, kind of cheaping out. A lot of hate and a lot of problems around the 1 of 100s, 1 of 1,000 figures. We'll see. We'll see where this all goes with AEW. 2021, they're saying they're going to release things every single month. Every single month, a new set. It's like the old Jax days. Is that going to be overkill? Are people going to pass? I don't know. We'll see where it goes. But I'm always happy to get new figures, especially competition raises all ships in whatever industry you're in. So I hope it makes Mattel better. It makes AEW better. It makes FTC better. It makes Super 7 better. It makes everybody better. So we'll see where it all goes. Some non-wrestling things we saw this week. We saw the new, bigger packaging of the He-Man Origins, the Skeletor, really cool packaging, a little bit bigger. These are the ones that aren't going to be Walmart exclusive. They'll be everywhere. But seeing packaging makes me believe it's coming soon. So we saw He-Man and a couple of the other ones, Skeletor, Ram Man, one of my personal favorites as a kid, so it'll be cool to get Ram Man. We'll see where those go as well. A little bit bigger packaging than the traditional He-Man figures. So there you go. And then NECA this week. They showed prototype images. We saw them a couple weeks back at a toy show. But they showed us the glamour shot pictures this week of Bebop and Rocksteady from the Turtles in Time game, dressed up in their pirate costumes. You guys know that watch my videos. I'm all out on the video game Turtles. It's just not for me. I'm not getting the Super 7 Turtles. I'm sticking to the movie Turtles from NECA and the cartoon NECA Turtles. However, I really like this Bebop and Rocksteady. It's basically kind of a repaint of what we've already had, but that pirate costumes and stuff, just like the Loot Crate Bunny ones that are coming that I have pre-ordered. I can't wait to get those. I'll probably pull the trigger on these pirate ones. Something about a pirate you always got to get. I think I like big wrestlers, masked wrestlers, and apparently add pirates to that list. I got that Pirate Deadpool this year. I got Captain Cracker coming from the Thundercats line. I'm all in on pirates. Give me any pirates, except I don't need Pirates of the Caribbean. I don't need those. But any other pirates, I'll take. So there you got it there with a little NECA. And then this week, as of Friday, I started seeing pictures of these showing up in stores. Nothing in my area yet, hopefully this week. But we're seeing shippers for Walmart of the Walmart exclusive Black Widow in the gray suit that kind of got yanked from the shelves. Had a little limited release. Now it's going to be out everywhere, it looks like. And then also the Venomized Captain America figure, Walmart exclusive. They're sharing a shipper, about a case of each in that shipper. So those should be fairly easy to get by the looks of things. I need to pick up that Venomized Captain America the first time I see it. So hopefully I come across that, and that'll be in hopefully next week's weekly purchases video, if we're lucky. So a lot of news this week, a lot of wrestling heavy news, which I'm okay with. Marvel Legends been a little bit quiet the last 2 weeks. They've shown on their social media the year isn't done yet. They got some more surprises for 2020. We'll see what those hold. Will we get another figure, another release this year? Hopefully we do. For some of our wallets, we hope not. But that Stiltman set, I think, should be coming maybe by the end of the year or first of next year. But hopefully they have some kind of new surprise for us somewhere in the mix before year's end. But we shall wait and see. And you might see some new stuff in weekly purchases in the back half of the video. So stick around for that. Finally, album of the week, Armored Saint. Punch in the Sky, the new album from Armored Saint, one of my favorite bands, very underrated. Us heavy metal guys know the story of Armored Saint. They just never really got over that hump. They could have been kind of Metallica, but Metallica kind of jumped in. John Bush, the singer, voice of many a Burger King commercial, also former singer of Anthrax when Joey Belladonna left the band. New album, I just listened to it once. Pretty good. I don't know if it's as good as Win Hands Down, their last album. I love that album. I saw them on tour for that album. I love Armored Saint. I got to listen to this one a few times over the weekend as I'm working in my figure room. You guys know, we'll talk about it in weekly purchases probably. Working hard on my figure room, so I'm listening to a lot of podcasts, a lot of stuff as I'm working away. A lot of late nights trying to get this thing organized and exactly how I want it. But check out some Armored Saint. You won't regret it. That's it for this week. Let's take a peek. Let's look at all the weekly purchases. All right, let's get down to it. Let's go through the weekly purchases. Another busy week this week. Cleaning up some lines, cleaning up a few things, getting to some display stuff. You guys know how it is. Usually like every week. I think it's going to be softer and then business picks up. So we'll jump into it. Let's go. Let's start it off. We're going to start off with one of the heaviest of heavy hitters with Galactus. I finally pulled the trigger. Got the Galactus from back in the day, the Build-A-Figure Galactus. Great shape, big figure. You guys know I love big figures. Galactus is a big one. You know how it goes. I just finally pulled the trigger, bought this Build-A-Figure Galactus that I never got back in the day. 2021, they're going to announce, hey, we're coming out with a new Galactus figure. That's just the way it works. That's how I expect it to happen. But for right now, I have Galactus in my collection, one of the heaviest of hitters that I was missing. I decided in the last few weeks to start cleaning up a few that I've been missing on over the years. Galactus was one of those. Speaking of ones I've been missing, here's another heavy hitter and one of my all-time favorite characters, one of my all-time Marvel Legend favorite character villains, Strife. If you guys are aware of the Toys R Us exclusive Strife, one of the heaviest hitters in the Marvel Legends line and one of the coolest figures ever. Obviously, he's Cable's clone. I wanted this one for a long time, just never wanted to pay the price, but I finally did. Used my eBay bucks, got this guy for a good price. And once again, they'll probably release Strife all over again. But this is a very solid figure. As a kid, the Executioner song, Arc in the X-Men comics, was one of my all-time favorites. At the height of my comic book reading, and Strife was the main guy out of that. So I'm very happy to get that Strife off the books. Might as well finish it up with some more Lucy Marvel Legends. As I did, I got Peter Quill, Star-Lord, and I think I already have this figure. I got it for $3.99 used at a local comic book shop. I saw it and I said, I don't think I have this, but do I? I didn't want to have to return, so I said $3.99, I'll take the chance, I'll pick it up. But the one that I knew I didn't have, I don't know much about this character, But Marvel Legends Radioactive Man, I believe it was a Toys R Us 3-pack with Captain America and Miss Marvel. I need to track that Miss Marvel down. But Radioactive Man, $6.99. That's like a $20 to $30 Lucy figure. Could not pass that up at $6.99. So got both of those guys together. So there you go, a little Lucy Marvel Legends action. Next up is one, how about this guy? Rey Mysterio, Silver Surfer, Ruthless Aggression. Funny story with this one. You guys know, hopefully longtime viewers, or if you went back, weekly purchases, maybe back in May sometime, I got this figure on card. I decided some of these limited edition Jacks, I'm going to keep them on card. Just maybe get a loose one as well, maybe not. But as long as I have a loose or a regular versioning box, I count it, I have it. But I said, I'm going to go back and have some for loose, some for opening. And I couldn't figure out who it was. I looked back through the comments, but one of the watchers, one of my YouTube viewers out there, subscribers hopefully, gave me the hot tip. Said, hey Kyle, this is up on Mercari. I don't think you have this. Well, I do have it. I've had it on my wall. But I looked at mine, and the condition of the box was not what I wanted for on card. So I looked at it and I said, you know what? I'll shoot the guy on Mercari a hot offer. I did that. He came through and shipped this one to me in minty mint, even unpunched. If you look at the top there, I was not expecting the unpunched. So I'm going to put this one on my wall, and I'm going to add the other one to my unboxing videos, and I will unbox it. I have a few limited edition Ruthless Aggression figures. I'll do a one unboxing video of all those. But thank you, whatever that YouTube viewer was. Put your name in the comments. I'd like to thank you in the comments at least. Giving me the heads up on that on Mercari. I wasn't looking for it, but then I thought about it after you told me, and I said, you know what? I will pull the trigger. And that is exactly what I did. So Rey Mysterio, Ruthless Aggression, heavy hitter. How about Marvel Select? You guys know last week I went down the Marvel Select rabbit hole. That rabbit hole is continuing. The nice thing about coming into a line later on, there's good and bad with that. You miss out some of the heavy hitters that are really expensive. That's the bad part. But some of the ones that come out, like let's say this Colossus, for example, come out, he's like 30, 40 bucks or whatever, brand new. You pay that amount, and then 6 months, a year, whatever it's been, all of a sudden he's discounted. And I got him for $22 shipped on Amazon. So that's pretty good. That's the price of a Marvel Legends figure. That's a discount. That's deep. You guys know my rule with these Marvel Selects. I'm not getting all of them. It might look like I'm getting all of them from the looks of this video and probably next week's video, but I am telling you right now, I'm not going to get all of them. I'm just looking at the big guys or the guys that haven't been made by Marvel Legends. Colossus, I have 2 Colossuses in my Marvel Legends collection, but this one is a big Colossus. A little bit bigger. He's kind of like Juggernaut. He varies in size depending on who's writing and coloring the pictures and all that kind of stuff. So I said, you know what? 22 bucks, whatever it is, I can pull the trigger. I'm going to get this Colossus. So Colossus comes through the door this week. I thought that was a cool figure. I also, via Ringside Collectibles, it took forever because I bundled it with some other stuff, but I finally got my second version of a little bit of the bubbly. You guys have probably seen a million unboxing videos on this one. I wanted to get this one, and then my one I already had, I said, I don't know which one. I need one loose, one open. I don't want to open that other one until I get the second one, and I want to pick the mintiest of the 2, and then I'll open up the other one. But long story short, I will unbox this guy. I don't know if anybody will be interested at this point, but I'm anxious to unbox it. I have not looked at any unboxing videos for this one. I've stayed away. I don't want to be tainted or my views changed or anything. I have obviously seen promo pictures of him and the table and the food and all that kind of stuff. You can't miss that. But I haven't seen any unboxing videos. So I'll be able to unbox this with fresh eyes. And we'll see if the fuss is worth whatever it's worth. So there you go. How about a little more wrestling? I did this week get my second Superstar Billy Graham. You guys know I unboxed this months ago. I had some paint issues on both heads. These are very clean. Thankfully, both clean. I'll use both of these heads. You guys know my rule. For a guy like Superstar Billy Graham, I have to have 2 of them. I have to have a young Superstar and an old Superstar. Comes with both heads. All in on that. So happy to have Superstar in this week and off the list. And then I got a package with a little David C. Anderson mixed together. Undertaker Ring Rage from good brother Sambro, views on the channel all the time, watches about every single video. One of my biggest fans out there of the channel, always supporting, always reposting, sharing, subscribing, you name it. So Sambro, thank you very much. He had this up for sale, and I said, you know what? This is on my Jack's list. I got to get there. So hook me up with a great price. So I appreciate you hooking me up with this. Appreciate you watching all my videos. Thank you, my friend. And this Undertaker, this is going to fit my Halloween videos. I talked about earlier on, I'm going to have some bonus unboxings this week of some Halloween type stuff. I got a few Jack's Halloween type characters. I think I'll put this in that video as well, the Undertaker. He comes with his patented shovel. I'm sure there's a good story with this shovel, so stay tuned. You'll find out all about it, hopefully later this week. So little peek under the tent of what's coming. How about some more Marvel Selects? Whoa, they keep coming, they keep rolling along. One of my all-time favorites, Sabretooth. Now, I'm a big Wolverine guy. I absolutely love Sabretooth as well. Was on the fence on this one, but similar instance to that Colossus, $22. I said, you know what? I'm pulling the trigger. I'm going to get this one. I'll open it up. We'll see. I can always use another Sabretooth. You know, it might be a little too big, but like I said, we'll see. But Sabretooth is through the door this week. So very happy to get that Sabretooth. And the Marvel Select collection keeps growing and growing, it seems like. I did get one of these. I picked up one of these from Amazon real cheap because I needed one more. Now I'm rethinking things. I think I need about 10 more. These are what I use for risers on my Billy bookcase shelves. You guys have probably seen these before. I've had them before in weekly purchases. I'll put a link in the YouTube video if you're looking for them. These are the smaller ones. They have some about this big too. But as you guys know, I'm working on my display cases. I went down to IKEA. I bought a bunch more Billy bookcase. I bought a bunch more Detolfs this week. So I think I'm up to like 26, 27 Detolfs. My wife's got some work to do this weekend. She's got a few more to put together. Hopefully you guys enjoyed her video putting Detolfs together a couple of weeks ago. Check that out if you haven't. It was nice of her to do that for me. It's always nice of her to put the Detolf cases together for me. But that collection video, it's coming, hopefully first of the year. I am in the midst of it looks like a hoarder's paradise in my collection. My office, you guys know, is basically my superhero office. The basement's primarily wrestling. I'm changing it all around. I'm mixing things up. I have new display cases, new display pieces, new shelving, new display things, backgrounds. I mean, if you guys thought my last collection video was good, this one should take it up about 50 times. And I'm not even joking at that. It should be a pretty epic video, and I hope everybody enjoys it. It's going to be a lot of hard work, a lot of hours of work, getting it exactly how I want. I don't foresee me doing this ever again, doing a big changeover like I'm doing right now. I hope not, at least. As you know, this stuff is not cheap. These Detolfs and stuff, they obviously add up, and a lot of the racks and all that kind of stuff. The Small Joe risers, I just put an order in for those. Those things are pricey. We'll have those in a later weekly purchase. But going to get this exactly what I want. You don't mess around. You got to do it right the first time, or don't do it at all. And that's exactly what I'm doing. So a lot of work, a lot of late hours. You know, I'm usually in bed by 10 o'clock. I usually pass out. I work hard at my normal job. I usually fall asleep on the couch. But the last few weeks, I've been up till 1 a.m., getting back up about 5:36 sometimes. Just working on this, trying to get this done on top of everything else. So a little peek under the tent of what's coming display-wise, and I hope you guys all enjoy it when that time comes. Kansas City trip, I did not film this on the Kansas City trip, as I was in GameStop, and I hate filming in GameStops. It just feels weird. I'm always the only guy in there, and there's always like one employee, and they're following you around. I don't want to pull my phone out and say, oh, here's what's going on, and talk and stuff. So I don't do it at GameStop. It's just too weird. But I popped into the GameStop in Liberty, right by the Target. I said, I'm going to just pop in real quick, see what they got. I've been looking for this for a while. Hasn't hit my areas. Picked up the Rogue and Pyro 2-pack. I'm not really sold on the Rogue from first look, but Pyro was one of my favorite Toy Biz figures back in the day in the X-Men line. Cool to have this. This completes the 2-pack sets that have been recently released. I think this is a fan channel exclusive. I think it goes to GameStop, your hobby stores, your Books A Millions, Amazon probably. But I don't think you'll find this 2-pack at Walmart and Target. I'm pretty sure of that. I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure. But got this, so I'll get this unboxed. This will be good, especially this Pyro. Absolutely love it. Can't wait to open that one up. Let's keep rolling. Keep rolling down the road here. How about some Star Wars? Star Wars has become the bane of my existence. I got the biggest love-hate relationship with Star Wars out there. I'd love to know, what's your love-hate collector's line that you do? You guys know I do Marvel. I'm doing Marvel Selects now, I guess. G.I. Joe, Transformers a little bit, NECA Turtles, obviously all the wrestling lines. I collect a lot of stuff. The NECA Turtles, I always say turtle anxiety. I always get worked up about them. But at the end of the day, I love all the figures. And it's always such a relief to find. Luckily, my boy Waylon Jennings and I, we've come through and found most of them, if not all of them at this point. But there's a lot of stress with those, but they're still fun at the end of the day. Star Wars is very weird to me. Maybe I'm just not clued in where I need to be with Star Wars. I'm really in tune with a lot of stuff. I feel like I am with Star Wars, but I'm obviously not as much as I'd like to be. But you can only be an expert or being up on the news on so many things at once. Star Wars is very hard in my area too. It's weird. I find everything. You guys see my figure hunting videos. I usually can find everything I want. Star Wars is the bane of my existence. I left the territory this week for a day to go to Kansas City. I come back and all my stores hit with Star Wars and they're all gone like that. You guys have seen my figure hunting videos. I found that set with Admiral Akbar and all those guys. But that Mandalorian figure, where's he been? He's not been on any shelves in my area. Driving me absolutely crazy. I hate to get beat at the store shelves. I want to find at least one of everything. I don't want to have to resort to the aftermarket or anything like that. So, anyways, Star Wars is the bane of my existence. And new Star Wars figures are hitting this week. And what do I see? I walk in. You saw my figure hunting video. All of a sudden, I see the Endor Luke Skywalker. Only figure sitting on the pegs. Walmart and Ankeny. Made me go crazy. So they obviously got them the day before I was in the store. They didn't have them. Then the next day, here they are. It's just the way it goes. I'm sure I'll find the set eventually, but it just seems like Star Wars jumps off the shelves more than anything in my area. Marvel Legends, it takes a while to get to the stores, but once they're there, you can find them like crazy. Most WWE figures, I can find them like crazy. It just takes a little bit of looking, but I can find them. That's not the case with Star Wars all the time. But this week, I did find that Mandalorian I mentioned, the Beskar Armor Mandalorian. Really happy to get this one. Awesome figure. I obviously love the Mandalorian TV show, but I've been wanting this. It completes my set. Happy to have this. However, I got this from Amazon. So that's kind of my dirty secret. I don't know if it's really a secret. I'm hoping most of you guys do this as well. Whenever pre-orders go up, I always pre-order from Amazon. They don't charge you till they ship. You can cancel at any time. Even if they ship to you, you can take them back to Kohl's or Whole Foods or ship them back to Amazon. It's an easy return process. But I always order them from Amazon, and I say, you know what? We'll see. We'll wait and see. Hopefully I find them in the stores. Well, I never found this Mandalorian stores, but you know what? It finally came through Amazon. It was a nice surprise on my doorstep. You know, I only paid retail $20 for this, so I was very happy that came through. But it just kind of sucks to get it from Amazon when I want to find it in the wild. But it wasn't meant to be. I also found the Clone Trooper. I went to another Walmart this week. Only figure hanging on the shelves, the Clone Trooper. So I got a few other figures from this wave. The other Endor guys, a couple of Stormtroopers, the Armorer from the Mandalorian line. I got to find all those. Hopefully in the next week I'll get the rest. But got 3 Star Wars figures through the door this week. Like I said, Star Wars, I want to kind of get out of Star Wars. I'm not out, but I don't need more Darth Vaders. I don't need more of the same Luke. I need different characters. I'm not going to be a completist. I'm not getting all of them anymore. That's just the way it's going to go with Star Wars. So there you have it. Speaking of Amazon. So this week, if you watch that video too, Target, Marvel's Falcon, Jocasta, and then Iron Man Gamerverse Edition. I got 3 of the 6 in the wave. Nothing irks me more than finding only partial set. I want to open them all up right away. I want to build that Build-A-Figure. I don't want to wait for the rest. I don't know what's going on with this wave. I thought I would have had these about a month ago. They started hitting all over the country except the Midwest. It's been a ghost town. I have seen reports from Minneapolis this week. They've been hitting up there. They've only hit one of my targets. And of course, they hit the day I was down in Kansas City at IKEA. I came back. He was hanging on the shelf. I asked the lady in the office, hey, do you have any more of these by chance? She said, well, they show 2 more. And she went and checked. Super nice lady. Brought these 2 out for me. So I got half the set. But then as I'm leaving the store, I get an email alert from Amazon that, hey, your order is shipping. So sometime today, I guess it'll be in next week's weekly purchases video, Thunderstrike and the Captain America from this set are shipping from Amazon. That's a big win. I'm happy to get those. They're coming via Amazon, so that's cool. But Krang? Yeah, Krang. Kang, geez, I'm getting my turtles. But Kang the Conqueror, he is coming November 4th from Amazon, so I'm going to be one shy. Driving me nuts. But like I said with the Star Wars one, I'm hoping next week I find him in the stores and I can just cancel him from Amazon and I can unbox these beauties right away and get that over with. But I guess as long as you get them, it's good. It just, you know, it takes some work. It takes a village, some might say. We'll find him. Got Waylon Jennings on the hunt too, so he'll find him if I can't. We'll find him one way or the other. Next up, how about we take a look at one of my favorites, and I know most of you guys out there watching. This week, through the door, via Ringside Collectibles, I picked up Elite 80. Mattel Elite 80. As you guys know, Kevin Owens is in Elite 80. We got Kyle O'Reilly. This is the non-chase version. I will find the chase in the store, so I'm looking for that. I'm also looking for the chase Bobby Fish. I still have not got that yet. Hopefully soon. You got Ricochet in Elite 80. We got Rocky Johnson, who's the Target store exclusive. Obviously, you can get him with online retailers now, as I did get him through Target. You got probably one of the sleepers of this set, Bayley. Bayley, I like this new look on Bayley. It's kind of the sleeper. And then, if you ask me, the heavy hitters, no pun intended, of this set, you got Eric, you got Ivar, you got the Viking Raiders. Finally getting their own figure. It seems like it's taken forever to get those out. Blowing the FTC versions out of the water. I don't know anybody that would argue that. But always fun to get wrestling figures in the mail, especially the newest Mattel Elite set, Elite 80. And then on top of that, hey, look at this. Charlotte Flair Ultimate Edition also got this through the mail. This is my bad. I need to change my ways. I need to fix it. But whenever I order from Ringside, I'm always like, hey, I'm going to save a couple of dollars on shipping. I'm going to bundle some of these. It says Charlotte's coming out, late September. Elite 80, early October. That's close enough. They'll probably be about the same shipments. I'll get them put together. Save, $3-4 on shipping. It never fails. It always burns me in the end. This came out in September. People were getting it. But then these got delayed till, mid-late October. So then I'm sitting there waiting for Charlotte while everybody else has their Charlotte. Trying to save a couple bucks. I don't know if it's worth it. I got the same issue going on right now with that Firefly Funhouse Bray Wyatt. I put that in with the AEW Series 2, and AEW Series 2 I don't think is coming out in October. I think it'll be November sometime. So I'm going to continue to wait for that Bray Wyatt figure. I'll get it eventually, but always fun when we get new wrestling through the door. So there it is, Elite 80 and the new Charlotte Flair. Another big find this week at Target, of course, but Turtle Anxiety put to rest once again as we found the Triceraton Infantryman and Roadkill Rodney 2-pack. And what's better than one of them? Two of them. These are an Army Builder 2-pack, as most of you guys probably know. Maybe you don't know. No different than the Foot Soldiers. However, this is as far as I'm going with this 2-pack as far as Army building. Our old good friend Waylon Jennings, we're both on the hunt for these turtles. We work as a team. Did pick up 3 of these thanks to a hot tip this week. Got 3 of these, 1 for Waylon, 2 for me. Still looking for 1 more for that old outlaw Waylon Jennings. I do believe we'll find them in the next week. But very happy to have Turtle Anxiety laid to waste, laid to rest once again before it wraps back up here in another 3 or 4 weeks and we start all over again. But this week, got these off the books. Infantry and Roadkill Rodney. Gotta love it. Alright guys, just a couple more things this week and then we'll call it a show. You guys know, talked about my display builds. I'm always looking at lighting. I've got so much stuff I want to be lit, but I don't want to buy electrical outlet times stuff. I don't want to be plugging in a bunch of cords. Look at my DTOLFs. You got 26 DTOLFs or whatever it is. That's too many outlets. I need battery powered or USB powered. That's what I need. The problem with puck lights are that it eats batteries so fast, even when you're not using them. So I'm trying to figure out a display lighting idea. So if anybody's got any great tips out there that are, stuff that we don't have to plug into the wall, I'd love to hear them. What are you guys doing out there? I did find this on Amazon. I have not sampled it, tried it yet. It's like a little LED strip. Comes with a remote control, so you can turn it different colors. Comes with a 3M tape, so it sticks. They're basically under-counter lights is what they are. But I bought a pack of 6 of these. I'm thinking this might solve some issues. They charge via a USB charge. That's definitely better than spending a bunch of money on batteries. So I got the 6-pack of these. I'll put a link in the Amazon link for these if somebody wants to see them. But I don't know. I haven't used them yet. I've got them all charged up, ready to go. But this could be the answer to my problems. They're not super pricey. I just hope the USB charge actually lasts a while. I would hate to charge it, for 20 minutes or whatever, get it fully charged and it only lasts a day, whether or not you're using it. Then it's pretty pointless. But we'll see. Remote control use. Always looking for lighting ideas. It's just very tough, and I don't want to use, get a big old extension cord and all these things. It's just not practical. So we'll see. I'm still working, still learning. And then finally, we got one last thing, and I think it's probably the best thing I picked up this week. I talked about that Rogue Pyro pack I picked up at GameStop. I was also in GameStop, and my jaw hit the floor when I saw this as I walked in. I said, I have to have this to the lady. I said, I have to have this. I don't care what your price is. If it's $1 million, I'll write you a check right now. Luckily for me, it was only like $40, and I had a $5 coupon, so it was all right. But I saw this, and I could not pass this bad boy up. Look at that. G.I. Joe Cobra Commander statue. Amazing. Cartoon represent. We want this in the classified series. We need a retro line of this exact Cobra Commander with his scepter, with that sweet base stand. Old school G.I. Joe logo. Look at the back. Old school file card. Look at all this. Just absolutely insane. Premier Collectible Studios. You guys know me. I'm not a huge statue guy. But something like this, you see this, I can't pass this up. There's no way. They also had Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes there. Those two don't really do it for me. I've talked before, my G.I. Joes. I'm not a huge ninja people in the G.I. Joes. I was more the army type guys. But they are going to come out with Serpentor, Baroness, and Destro. I think I'll probably have to get Serpentor. I don't think I could pass him up. Say what you want. I absolutely love Serpentor. I loved Cobra Commander. Picked this up in a heartbeat. Please make a flint like this. If there is a flint, I will lose my mind. I will pick up probably 2 or 3 of them. I just need more flints in my life. But there you go. That was Cobra Commander. So a mixed bag in this week's weekly purchases. All over the place. A little of this, a little of that. I expect some of the same next week. A little of this, a little of that. Hopefully a lot of figure news. Hopefully some good figure news. But we'll see. But you know what? I'm Kyle. Keep your feet on the ground. Keep reaching for those stars. And I'll see you all next week.